What's good, family? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling?
What's up? What's up? Back again, another Tuesday for our interview series. Super excited about tonight's interview, too.
Yeah, so as y'all jump in, listen, y'all, we got a good one for y'all. As usual, we back these Tuesdays, and y'all know the purpose of these are not only to showcase, all right, our phenomenal students, but to showcase people in mobile home investing and to give every Tuesday to give y'all some value on mobile home investing. So, man, we got a great episode for y'all. I hope y'all got y'all pens and pad ready to basically, you know what I'm saying, learn how you can take your part in mobile home investing.
Yes, that's a fact. So, listen, I know we got some people hopping in right now. Definitely in the comments, you can let us know where you're checking in from.
Yeah, what's up, Nicole? How you feeling?
What's going on?
Yes, yes. So listen, y'all, before we get started, right? Before we get into this, do us a favor, right? Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you like this if you're on Facebook, if you're on LinkedIn, all right? And make sure you share this, right? We really want to share this, get as many people as we can on here so that they can see the benefits of mobile home investing and how not only they can change their lives, but they can change people having affordable housing. So before we get into this, babe, let's go see what the people checking in from, right? Let's do a roll call. Let's see in the chat. Let me see where you checking in from. All right, go ahead. I know Facebook sometimes y'all maybe may work a little different, but let me see where y'all checking in from. Go ahead and put that in the comments. And as y'all do that, babe, let them know where we checking in from.
We in the Windy City. We in Chicago. Weather's been really decent. So I got to give it up to my city because we've been having some nice weather.
Hey, Mike, what up? He said Hillcrest. Shout out Hillcrest, man. My how you say my alma mater. How you say
Throw
it?
tomatoes, throw tomatoes. No, that's not.
Shout out to Crest, man. You see Mike the hate, you know, the best ones come from the Crest. Let's see, we got North Carolina. Okay, Elite Squad 13. Okay. Let's get it. Let me know where y'all checking in from.
So that's dope. At least we can see some Facebook comments.
Oh yeah, no, they finally went ahead and fixed it. So as they drop where they
They
checking in
checking.
from.
Is they dropping that? I think we should go ahead and bring our guests up, get the people what they've been waiting on.
Oh yeah, y'all gotta warm it up for me though. I need y'all to drop some fire emojis from me so we make sure that we warm it up for this queen that's about to jump on here because man, listen, like y'all see the topic, right? I hope y'all see the topic, and we this is what we talking about tonight. 7,500 in 1 week from mobile home investing. I like them numbers.
I do too.
I like them
I
numbers.
like
That's
it because I feel like we're showing that it's possible.
yes. Let's
I
get it.
love
Let's
it.
get it. Okay, I see they warming it up. I see. I see they warming it up. Let's see. Okay, okay, okay. I think we ready. Without further ado, all right, let's bring up Miss Stacey to the stage. What's going on, Stacey? How you feeling?
Hey, girl.
So good. Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, no, this is gonna be a fun one. When your coach told us about this, we were just like, "What?" So we're gonna explore because you know a lot of people we gonna get into it, but I think they're gonna
Mm.
be very interested tonight and you know get some good value out of it. So we looking forward to this one.
Good, good, good.
Cool. We're gonna jump right into it, Stacy. So tell us about yourself. Who is Stacy?
You know what? I'm just the average, just an average girl that's trying to find her way in business. I've got four boys, two adults, and two teenagers, so it's
Nice.
busy. I have a husband. Sometimes I refer to him as my toddler. You, I mean, sometimes you just have to call it the way it is, right? I have two dogs. We are we are an outdoor family. We invest. I mean, we try to do things that our grandparents told us to shy away from, right? So,
I love
I
that.
was raised in Oklahoma, so things happen to me that don't happen to kids these days. So I was spanked. I was
Mhm.
told that I could not fail. I was told that I needed to be successful. And by doing that, I had to go to high school, go to college, get a degree, find a good job, get retirement, and be the grandma with, a little bit of retirement and Social Security. Well, needless to say, I didn't listen to my grandparents or I wouldn't be here. So that's who I am. Nothing special, just average Joe.
I love it.
I love it. So, again, I appreciate the upbringing, right? Like you said, things are quite different these days. And then speaking about things that are quite different, like how you get introduced to mobile home investing, because that's quite different nowadays.
So this is really funny, and I hope my powerhouse mentor is on here because she knows this story. But one of my friends had sent me one of Nicole's reels. And if anybody's ever watched Nicole's reels, some of them are goofy as hell, and some of them are just all about what it is, right? So she had sent me this reel, and she was acting like a grandma or something. And I said, who is this lady? So I went on her IG and I was stalking. I mean, like I should be in jail, like stalking. I was all over her page. And I said,
nice,
man, like she seems pretty genuine, right? So I said, man, what's it gonna hurt? Right? Let me start following. So I followed you guys. I followed both of your personal pages. I think I even followed one of the hacker pages that you guys, that people get bored and just want to create new pages. So I was invested. I was truly invested in stalking. And then there was a promotion for Nicole's birthday. And I said, okay. I said, well, if I blow a couple thousand and it doesn't work, what's any worse, right? Like, but what if it works? What if it works? What if I take a couple $1,000s and change my livelihood? What if I take a couple $1,000s and show my kids what's possible? What if? So I did. I'm in Elite Squad 13. And I just bought into the system. I did everything that Nicole said to do. I didn't change it. I didn't try to reinvent the wheel. I just did every single thing that she said to do. I mean, literally, I probably even talk like her sometimes when I'm talking to park managers.
I love it.
So
I love it.
I did every single thing that she told me to do, and here we are.
Man, that's dope. I love it. Just even hearing, like, taking that leap of faith. And one thing I put the gems up because you said, like, what if it works? And I think that's the mindset you got to have when you go on these things, because I think that, we're going to get into it. But what I love about it, you made it work.
Yes. So let's talk about that memorable deal, that first purchase. Walk us through that A to Z. How did that go?
Okay, I'm going to walk you through that, but that technically wasn't my first purchase.
Okay.
So do you want me to technically tell you about my first purchase or go into my first purchase?
Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go into that.
Okay.
And then we'll go into that one, the memorable one.
So I posted my ghost ad, scared. I mean, scared. I just knew nobody was going to message me. I was crazy. I had like 380 messages in like 2 days. So two things I took out of that. One, my pricing that I posted on there was way too low for my market. But then I said, damn, this $2,000 is going to be a huge, huge opportunity. So I get a message from this lady, and she says she's looking for a mobile home. She was very specific on the mobile home park, the whole 9 yards. And I said, I got you. So I went to the mobile home park, drove around. There was nothing for sale. And it was a really nice mobile home park. There was nothing for sale. Talked to the park manager. They are completely investor friendly. I've sent her probably 5 different Starbucks cards from when I first talked to her to now, just to kind of keep that rapport. Well, it's half mobile home park and half RV park. So I said, well, I'm going to go drive around the RV park. I saw an RV for sale. So I said, well, let me see. Let's see if we can swing this. So I sent her a couple pictures of it, and she said, Stacey, that's $60,000 less than what I want to spend. I said, so is this a deal? And she goes, I think I like it. And I said, okay. I said, give me 24 hours, because I hadn't even talked to the person that was selling it. So here I was. I had somebody buying an RV that I didn't even know. So I freaked out. I mean, I freaked out. I think in that 24 hours, I was pounding back Starbucks coffee, Monster. I was trying to figure it out. So I set up an appointment that night with the owner of the RV, and I said, hey, here's what I do. I didn't even know what I did. Like I had no clue. All I knew is that I needed to say affordable, clean, and safe housing. That was what I needed to say. So I said it. I said, that's what I'm after. I have somebody that, is moving from California. She's older, the whole story. And the lady wanted 40,000. I said, well, what if I give you 35,000 for it? And she said, done. I said, cool. I'm going to send you an agreement tonight. You're going to sign it. You're going to send it back and let's get this done. And she goes, when do you want to close? And I said, I want to close within like 2 days. And she's like, oh, like 48 hours? I'm like, yeah, like 48 hours. Now, mind you, I got in my car. I started bawling, you guys, because I didn't know if I had just messed up something on a seller, I had no clue. So I reached out to Nicole, and Nicole was like, what are you talking about? Just run with it. I said, okay, here we are. So I put me a pair of shoes on and I was like, let's get it. So I called my buyer and I said, here's what we have to do. It's a cashier's check, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I want it for 40. And I said, cool. Because that's what I told her it was for. And she's like, okay. She goes, I'm going to send you a cashier's check. It'll be there in 72 hours. I said, nope, no, you're not. I said, you're going to Zelle me $10,000 to hold it. And then you're going to go to Wells Fargo and you're going to deposit the rest of the money into my account. And she said, okay. And she did. She was like, I'm done. Well, cool. We did it. So that was that. I waited for all the funds to clear. I met up with the sellers, gave them their part, took my cart, and that was that. So that's technically my first deal, but it's not a mobile home. But I still use the strategy that I was taught, that I studied, that I knew what was going to work. So I already had my couple $1,000s back for investing in it. So it was, if I walked away today, I've already made my money back.
Let's go.
I've already made my money back. I was able to, go blow a couple bucks on a nice steak dinner. That's a win, right?
Celebration dinner.
That's right. And the rest I just put in my business account.
I love it.
So
that's dope.
So fast forward to the new deal.
Let's go. Right.
Right.
Well, hold on, Stacey. Hold on real quick. What I like about it, like you say, is like that wasn't a mobile home. The good thing, it was a mobile home technically because it's really mobile and it's a home, right? Because most people, when they think about mobile homes, when we say mobile homes, the first thing they think about is RVs.
They do.
They think about RVs and they're like, oh, the ones you drive. And then we have to explain to them about the manufactured home. So you actually sold a mobile home. Real quick, what was that profit on that mobile home?
5,000.
5,000. Oh, I know that felt good.
It did.
So now let's dive into this memorable deal. Let's talk about this one, because I like this story.
So I made a choice. There's a thing called imposter syndrome, right? Everybody knows about that. But for the people that don't know about it, the people that have paid their money, that have taken your courses and haven't moved forward, they're the definition of imposter syndrome. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but it's definitely a monster that's holding you back, right? And so I had to figure out what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do this. That first park that she wanted to live in, it was pretty intimidating. I mean, they were nice manufactured homes. And I just wasn't confident enough. I didn't think I was confident enough to speak about those prices, right? We're talking $90,000 to like $180,000 homes. I just didn't feel like at that time I was there. So I had to make a choice. Either I was going to stay in the suburbia areas or I was going to be in more of the lower class, which I guess lower class nowadays is middle class at this point, right? So I had to figure that out. And I figured I just wanted to stay with lower class. And this is no disrespect to any suburbia, any investor that's on here, that's all you work. No disrespect to anybody. I just feel more relatable to the people that are really suffering, the people that really have pain. So I found this mobile home park about 2 hours away. It's pretty run down, but the mobile home park manager is cool. Like he's way cool. The lot rent's $260 a month, which is like $700 cheaper than what it normally is in Utah. And then he asked for $130 for all the utilities. Okay, cool. So I found this trailer. It was pretty run down, right? Like something that I've never seen people live in. But
Mm.
it really kind of gave me a sense of urgency for people that don't have anywhere to live. I've never lived that life, but I've seen that life.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to the owner. He's behind on lot rent, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool, cool. He's like, I want $5,000. And I said, well, look, I'm going to be real honest with you. I said, if anybody pays you $5,000 for this trailer, you need to take it and run and hope that check don't bounce. And he said, well, what do you mean? And I said, well, there's, soft spot here, the roof, the this, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, well, what would you give me? And I said, I don't know, maybe 3,500. And he's like, done. So now I was mad. I was big mad because I thought, Nicole told me if they say yes off the first number you throw out, you have shot yourself in the foot. You should have started off at $100
and work your way up.
And work your
I
way
was
up.
mad, but I knew I had a buyer already. So I had this guy, a vet. He had, a ton of money, but couldn't afford any housing. So he's living out of his van. Story is actually a little bit uglier than that. His parents didn't want him to live in the house, but acted like they were so gracious. They let him park his van in the driveway so he didn't get arrested.
Wow.
So just really tugged at my heartstrings, right? I hope I'm never that parent, but I don't know the backstory. So, no judging. So I told him, I said, hey, look, I've got this mobile home. It's $260 lot rent, gave him the whole thing. He said, Stacey, I've only got, X amount of dollars. And he said he only had 13,000, which I knew it was more than that. I should have just taken the 13,000, but because I knew there needed to be work on that, I said, well, you can have it today for 11,000. And he said, done. Now this was on a Sunday, so no banks were open. So I said, well, let's do it the next day. Well, Monday was Columbus Day. I forgot. He forgot. The banks weren't open. So I played a little bit hardball and I said, look, I've got a ton of other people looking at this. You've got to give me something to hold it. And he's like, well, how much do you want? And I said, I want $5,000 Zelled to me today and I'll hold it. And he gave me $3,500 in Zelle because that's the most you can send. And then the rest was in Venmo. And the rest is history.
I love, man.
Nice.
Listen. And Stacey, listen. What I love about it, as you explain it, you make it seem so simple. Like, you know what? Hey, listen, run that 3,500. I need that, and then tomorrow I need. I love it. So, I want to talk about that because what I love, you already did a deal. Talk about the emotion after the 5,000, then getting the 7,500. So now you done made $12,500 on these first two deals. What did that feel like?
It felt good. I just had so many emotions. I was crying the first deal. I was angry that I didn't invest in mobile home investing sooner. I'm still scared. I'm still scared to this day, but I feel like if you have 100% of all the emotions, I feel like that's the way to go. Yeah. Because if you don't, you're complacent, you have an ego. And if you cannot put that aside, you ain't gonna make it here.
Ooh,
that's a fact. That's a fact. And I love that you're being honest and saying that you're still scared. Even after making some money in mobile home investing, you're still scared, but you're doing it scared. You're not getting complacent. You're not letting imposter syndrome hold you back. You're getting to the bag. So I love that. And I think the viewers can really resonate because I know we got some people on here, right? I ain't gonna call y'all out, but I know we got some viewers on here that be on all our lives every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every time Byron go live on IG, but y'all not taking no action. Look, let Stacey be a great example of why you need to take action and do it scared.
Right.
Here's the thing with people that have imposter syndrome, and I was there with mobile home investments. So again, no disrespect, and that's the last time I'm going to say that, no disrespect. But if you, and excuse my language, if you're still bitching today on November 1st, how you're going to buy Christmas presents the same way you were last year, and you have an opportunity in your hands, I'm going to tell you right now, you better go look in that mirror. You better look in that mirror and realize that you can do this. Everybody, it's already a no for you. Your bank account is still in the negative. It's already there. If you want to better yourself, you got to step out there. People need us, and we are doing everybody a disservice for not meeting them. Mobile home park managers need us. When we
Yes.
sit back and act as if we're not good enough, we're whatever. I mean, this is honestly outside of, I guess, true real estate. Well, not even that, but this is the only industry that I have found that it doesn't matter what your background is. I mean, let's talk about the elephant in the room. I think I'm one of the only white people that is in this community, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
I love it.
You don't need a college degree. I mean, Darren getting his PhD, but he doesn't have to do that to be an investor, right? It doesn't matter if you've been in prison half your life, none of your life, jail. It doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Nobody is going to ask you about the past of your life. People want to know what's the future. So it's kind of like this. We're a sports family.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people on this that are sports fiends, right?
Yep.
Who played in the NBA series? Who played in the NBA title game last year? You two. Who played?
So the NBA title game last year was I got to think about it.
Okay,
Who was my champion?
it's okay.
Hold on. I had to go back and think about it. My NBA champions. We went to Milwaukee Suns, and last year was.
That was last year.
How did my mind just go blank like this? How am I a bad NBA fan right now? No, Phoenix didn't make it last year.
What game did we go to?
Hold on, Stacey. Let me get this because this goes with my basketball career real quick. Last year's champions was the Golden State Warriors, and Golden State Warriors defeated the Boston Celtics. Oh, I almost had a brain fart.
Okay, but this is good that you did in front of everybody. You know why? Nobody remembers who's in second.
Ooh.
Nobody cares who's in second. Nobody cares. So why put yourself in second place? I don't care who's on this live. There's not anybody in your community that's going to outwork me. Grab the popcorn. I am not going to be outworked. Nicole told me I was not allowed to be outworked.
I love it.
That's that.
I love it.
You know, and here's another thing that I do is I know everybody sets goals, and I'm going to set this goal and this goal and this goal. I don't set goals because I feel like goals can be broken. I feel like goals get shoved off to the side. So I set promises to myself. I don't like break promises to myself. I don't like to break promises to anybody. I know it happens, but nobody's going to let me down any more than myself. So when I set my promises, I accomplish them. And then I know, A, that I'm doing what I said. B, if I do what I say to myself, I know I'm going to do what I say out there. And I'm going to do what I say to others. And that ultimately is the goal. At the end of the day, you can die with billions and billions and billions, but are you a good person? Did you serve properly? Did you serve properly?
I love it. Powerful.
So powerful. Man, I hope y'all look. I know I see the fire signs, I see the 100 signs, I see the come on, Stacey. So look, they are loving it. So listen, let's get into the Utah market, right? So let's talk about Utah really fast because I feel like Utah is one of those unique markets, and I love it because we always get those questions like, can I do mobile home investing in this state and that state and that state? Yes, you can do it all across the country. So what's something that you discovered about Utah when it comes to mobile home investing? Like, what's some things you've discovered about your market?
It's tricky. It's real tricky. There are, like I said, I mean, there's mobile home parks out here that some of those mobile homes, I thought, dang, man, it's probably more than my single family resident. And I live in a nice house. They're just amazing. But I also know that there's the 8 Mile, I guess I'll refer to it as, markets and everything in between. So I don't know if you guys know this, but the state of Utah has, I think we're the second top millionaires that live here in Utah in the whole world. So there's a lot of money here, but with money comes a lot of vain. The state is very vain. And so I let that stay up here, and I look down below it, right? I wear my shirt all the time. Doesn't matter where we're at.
Let's go.
I wear it all the time. I live in Draper, which is one of the upper echelon cities. I have football players that play on the high school team, and they're nationally ranked. So that kind of gives you what type of individuals
Mhm.
I'm around.
Mhm.
And no, they don't need my help, and that's fine. But there's other people that need my help. And so being in such a market of vanity, it's
Mhm.
not saturated though. So I had to figure out, was I going to use it as an excuse? Well, I'm on the West Coast. I'm on the West Coast, the West Coast, the West Coast. It doesn't matter. There's still
Mhm.
people starving. There's still people that, I mean, I gave a vet a home for $11,000 living out of his van because he couldn't afford
Wow.
anywhere. I mean, that's our country.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
a
just had
fact.
to really just move the smoke screen. I had to humble myself. That's for darn sure.
Mhm.
Um, you know, and just realize that it's okay to be in a market that society feels is the upper echelon of housing.
Mhm.
And that's just where that service comes in at. I feel like, do I make a couple bucks? Yeah, of course I do. You know, if I had to sell a mobile home and I made $1, I'd still do it the next day. I'd keep doing it.
Yep.
Yes. That's amazing. And I love it because you're putting purpose over profit.
Mhm.
And in return, you make profit. But the fact that you put a purpose behind it, if you listen and I want you, or you watching this, I want you to understand that's the difference in people who succeed in this business and then people who chase the money. Because people who chase the money, you're gonna get burnt out and you're gonna be on to the next thing, the next shiny object. But the fact that if you listen to Stacey, the key thing is service, service, service. That's the key theme, right? And I love even how you explain, like, where you're at and where you live at, and at the same time, like you said, you don't the people that necessarily that you are there to help, you decide to say, no, hold on, let me help some other families. Let me help some people who really need my help, because some of these football players, some of these people may not need it. And I think that's what really separates you, especially like you said, and it's no competition in that market. So you get to put service first, purpose over profit, and you getting these results, right? And you getting fast results. And so I'm looking forward. So let me ask you this, right? After the training, after the tools that you got, now again, you a few deals in, like what does your average day look preparing for mobile home investing for you?
Yeah, so I time block very, very, very well. And when I say time block, like I really time block. So I get up my alarm goes off at 5. I get up, I take my dogs out from 5 to 5:30. I just spend time with me and my dogs. That's it. I don't wake
Nice.
anybody up. I don't bother anybody. I just, for that half an hour, that's about me. And in that half an hour, I do whatever it is that I do. At 5:30, I start to wake up my kids. I start to make breakfast. By the time they're off and out the door, about 8 o'clock is when I truly, truly start. So at 8 o'clock, I read about 30 pages of a book, whatever book I'm on.
Mhm.
After that, I go manifest what I'm going to do
Mm.
for the month, for the month.
Mhm.
And when I say
Ooh.
manifest, I don't just say, "Oh, I'm going to sell a mobile home." Like I already know that's happening. That was
Yeah.
last month. That was last month,
Mm.
right? So I manifest things like, where am I? And I told Nicole this. I will be. I'm hoping to be the first international student that Nicole has for mobile home investing by next year.
Let's go.
Nice.
So I manifest that. I manifest how much a flight's going to be to Canada, to Australia.
Mm.
What do I need to do? Like what is the currency exchange? Like those are the things that I manifest, because that was the thing that I manifested the month before that. So I
Mhm.
do that for about an hour. At 9:30 is when I go drive for dollars on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So at
Mm.
9:30 to about 12, I drive for dollars. I
Woo.
drive a little bit further than the average bee.
Mhm.
I just, I mean, it took me 2 hours to get to that mobile home and then 2 hours back. So that's 4 hours. But I don't know too many plastic surgeons in Beverly Hills that make $7,500 in 4 hours. So you better believe your ass, I'm driving 2 hours away.
Talk
Period.
about it. Look, we drove too. I understand.
You just drive, right?
Yep.
I mean, if I don't do this, I'm gonna be a bus driver. I'm gonna be driving anyway. So what does it matter? You might as well drive.
Mm.
So, and then after that, I have lunch. I meet up with my husband if he's in town. And then we just go over what we're doing for Tuesday and Thursday. Now, Tuesday and Thursday, I usually help him with his business. just like he does with me on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On
Mhm.
Saturdays and Sundays, I leave everything open in case my Monday through Friday clients, which I don't know who my clients are, but my Monday through Friday, I'm assuming they probably have a job. Saturday and Sunday is when my ads really start to blow up because that's when people are home.
Right.
I know that there's going to be some people that might disagree with this, but I get that Sunday's a day of rest, but I also know that if Jesus didn't work every single day and have to overcome every single thing he did, we wouldn't be where we are as a country. So Sunday is not a day of rest for me. However, it's a day that I put more bandit signs up. I take my kids out, I make them put bandit signs up. And then come Monday, we repeat the process. So I just repeat every week the same thing. Nothing changes.
I love it.
That's dope. I'm hoping people on here taking notes.
Okay, they like, listen, I need to get that Stacey schedule.
For real, because hey, she said y'all will not outwork her, right?
Right.
And I hope this set fire to a lot of you all to get motivated, right? Don't compete with her, but get motivated to know what you can do. Definitely get inspired.
No, and that's the thing is that I feel like us women, again, no disrespect to men, but I feel like us women, we always want to compete. Look, my crown is way too heavy. I don't need competition. I need help straightening my crown constantly. And if your crown is just as heavy as mine, I'm not here to compete with you. I don't want to compete with you. I don't.
Yep.
I mean, there's too many mobile homes, there's too many friendships. And when you start competing with other women, man, you might be missing out on your best friend that you've missed out. I mean, for me, I didn't think I needed mobile home investment at all. Like my life is fine. I have money in the bank. I have beautiful children. My life is content. But I needed mobile home investment more than you guys needed me. And I didn't even know that till now.
Nice. I love that. I love that.
That's powerful.
No, it was. So listen, I know we got quite a few people on here, Stacey. So what's one lesson you've learned from investing in mobile homes?
Humble yourself. Humble yourself.
Mm.
Doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter what tax brackets you are, humble yourself. If you've been complaining about the same things for years and years and years, just humble yourself, man. There's so much money out there to be made. I get, everybody's like inflation. Stop bitching about it. Go make more money. Stop.
Let them know, Stacey.
I mean, gas price is this. Go make money. Go buy a Tesla then. Gas price is this. Bread this. Okay, so then be gluten-free. Like there's so many things you can do. Stop. Just go do it. Just humble yourself and figure it out. I don't know about anybody on this call, but I have never in my life had anybody knock on my door wanting to pay my bills. Have you?
Nope.
I wish.
No. So nobody's going to come rescue. Right. Nobody's going to come rescue you. And the thing is, nobody cares. Like nobody cares where you've been. Nobody cares about that. Like, nobody. Get up on the top of the mountain. And when one of those rocks give way, man, just dig your feet in and get back up.
That's a fact. I love it.
I gotta put the gym sign. Hey, Stacey, you on here dropping bars today. Like, I mean, I hope they are really, really inspired because honestly, like, that's the thing. Sometimes I love it because you give it in a loving way, but we need tough love and you need that kick in your ass to understand, like Stacey said, ain't nobody coming to save you. Nobody. You got to put the work in, and everybody on here desires a better lifestyle. They desire much more, and you can have those things. It's just about you got to be willing to put the work in, and once you build the momentum, it becomes easier. You learn new skill sets, and you learn how to scale your business, and you learn those things. So, one thing I want to ask you, what I loved about it, you gave the vision about being an international mobile home investing and being able to do this. So like talk about what does the next 5 years look like for you?
So the next 5 years looks like, one, I will own a mobile home park with you. Two, I will have a whole mobile home park of just student housing. And I will hopefully have enough tenants in at least 5 states that I have changed their life for good. But the ultimate goal of all of it is that my children see that it doesn't matter what it is. There's opportunity, there's potential. Manifest it, dig your feet in, lead from the front.
Mm-hmm.
Lead from the front and lead with love, and it'll happen. But mark my words on that. None of that will change. That will all happen.
I love it.
Nice. I love it. I
love
can't
it.
wait to see it.
I
'cause
know we're
I
here.
know it's gonna happen.
And
so
we're
I
gonna
can't
come
wait
back
to
into this
see it.
interview and we're gonna be like, Stacey, we're gonna put up the clip. Like, you remember this?
Yep.
Look at all that stuff you manifested. I love it.
Nice. Thanks for sharing. So yeah, I know you came through our Elite Fast Track program with Nicole. So you kind of already touched base on this, but for those who kind of hopped on a little late, how did that program help you and how do you see it helping someone else?
You know, like I said, at first I wasn't for sure if it was a scam or not.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember Nicole saying this. I remember Nicole saying this line. There was a couple of people that were late, and you know, she's got those deep dimples, right? So and so you got to be cautious of those deep dimples. But she said, you know, hey, you guys are late, but it's good to have you. And I thought, wow, because at the end of the day, she already had my money. She already had everybody's money. So she could have just got on there for longer than an hour. We never stayed for an hour. She gave us as much time, took time away from her family, and it didn't matter to her. But she said, hey, you're late, but you're here. You're late, but you're on. How do you not give her what she has given into you? How do you not put back into her what she's put into you? Period. If you just listen, it's so basic. And she talks, I mean, if Nicole decided not to be in mobile home investing and she wanted to go be a kindergarten teacher, she's perfect for that because it's so basic. I mean, it's 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 0 is 2. It's that. But after the first call, I wasn't on the second call. My husband got a promotion, and I really yearned for that. Like I think I messaged her that night and I was like, hey, where's the recording? And she was like, chill, like it's gonna be up there tomorrow, like there's a moment. And I was like, okay. So I yearned for that, right? But I put myself in a mindset that I needed to yearn for that. I didn't need this. My husband just got a massive promotion, right?
Yeah.
So then the next week, I was on, and I was so dialed in that Nicole had asked me a question, because somebody had asked a question. Nicole always puts you on the spot. She's real good about that. She does that. I was so tuned into what was going on that I heard her call on me. Unfortunately, I was listening, so I knew it. But just even that, like she forces you to do it. She forces you to do it. You know, she doesn't do it for you. Nicole doesn't hold my hand. I mean, Nicole and I know this isn't about Nicole, but if anytime I ever got on live, I'm always going to make it about the Nicole show. Nicole is a very, very vital reason why I've made the money that I've made. You know, she doesn't baby me. She doesn't baby me at all. And I told her not to, but I mean, even down to these shirts, you know, I asked her, you know, like, what do I do? What do I buy? What do I this? What do I this? What do I that? And I know I might have a little bit more money than some people to jump into marketing material and stuff like that. But it's the same thing that she said, like, you're late, but you're here. Go do it. Just go do it.
Wow.
That's what I get out of it.
Man, I love it. I love it. I mean, when you talk about, you know, just having Nicole, not only just on the team, but being part of the family, but the impact that she's been able to have on, you know, just the elite squad. I think that, you know, we always talk about it, just being a family. It's amazing to see. And it's amazing to see you able to take, you know, what she's teaching. You're able to take the trainings and go implement it. Like that's the part. And then you're able to have a positive impact. Like, again, you said helping the young man who was, you know, sleeping in front of his parents' house, right? Giving him, I mean, where else he gonna find somewhere where he can live for less than $15,000, right? Where else are you going to find these places where you're providing affordability? And yes, you're being rewarded financially, but you still are helping them save so much money that now whatever it is in their life, they're able to you know, not to say repair, but they're able to take the steps in their life to be able to set up a lifestyle, to get a home and go get the different things and pay it back forward. So Stacey, now this interview has been phenomenal. Like seriously, I love what you've been doing. I love the mindset that you have. And I think that that's one thing I can tell that you not only just, you invest in mobile homes, but you invest in your mindset, because the things that you talk about, that's not average, right? And so you talk about manifesting, right? You talk about even about the difference in goals. It's like, no, you went in depth to say, I made promises to myself. That right there, if anybody, I'm gonna put this gem mark up again. If anybody heard this, your word is one of the most important things that you have. And what happens is when we set goals, we get so comfortable that when we don't hit that goal, we like, okay, well, I'll do it later.
Or on to the next goal.
Exactly. But we hate when somebody breaks a promise. So imagine when you say, man, I made that promise to myself. Imagine what that feels like when you're not taking action. So that, honestly, you gave me a gem on that one. I thank you for that one. That was powerful right there.
Yeah, that was
the
very
promise.
powerful. Yes, I like that as well.
Oh man, no, listen, you set this on fire, man. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of this time. I seen we had a few questions. If anybody got some questions for Stacey, we want to go ahead and open it up for some questions. I see Barshawn. There's some few questions I'm gonna help him answer. I'm gonna get through these real quick. Barshawn asks, he said, do we use the 70% rule like single family homes and mobile home investing? And here's the thing, Barshawn, I'll say this. You can, but here's the reality. The value of the home to get that equation is not the same as single family homes, right? The value fluctuates. If you go to an institution, they're gonna tell you it's not worth anything. So your value of your repairs is going to really, it's not going to balance off that rule. So can you use the rule? Yes, but here's the reality. We determine the value. Right. So I want to tell you that when you are talking about using the 7% rule, you ask the question of how do we estimate repair costs with mobile homes? Well, I'll be honest with that. It really varies for a single wide. If you pay, to me, the max spend that you should pay for a single wide is right at 15 to 16,000. On a double wide, the max spend you should spend is about no more than $28,000, and that's on a full gut. Now, depending on your areas, you can get a little bit more exclusive, but I'll tell you, you want to stay around those ranges. And then the last question you asked are fire damage homes.
You coming through? You need to hit my man with a super chat. Okay, he answering all these questions for free. You need to hit that super chat. Now, hopefully, you not later on in the comments. Now, Barshawn, you got to hit that super chat. Okay.
He said, "Are fire damage homes still movable deal wise? It really depends on how much fire happens. I will tell you, keep that thing there. But yeah, that's my best advice to you. So let's see. There's some questions. If anybody yeah, Leslie said, make a promise to yourself. That was powerful. Yeah, it definitely was.
That was so powerful. So I know the chat may be a little slow, but we'll stay on for a few more minutes. If anybody has any more questions for us or Stacey, look, do not be shy. Get your questions out.
And Stacey, while they waiting, because you got some powerful words. What do you have to say to the person who is on the fence of getting into this business and scared?
Well, first of all, anytime I've ever been on a fence, it's like right in between my legs and it hurts. So I just jump over. Just jump over. I mean, here's the deal. It's scary. There's nothing in life that's not scary. If you're not scared of something, I do believe the true definition of psychopath falls under that. So unless you're a psychopath, it is okay to be scared. Matter of fact, it's normal. Just do it. If you have the money or you've already invested in it, why are you going to let whatever amount that you paid just be nothing? If you've got that much money to give, A, you should be donating to charity. But B, if you've got that much money or you don't have that much money, then you are charity. And that's okay too. But just go do it. It's already a no. You already have made no money. So what if you make some money? What if you change someone's life? What if you change your own life? What if you realize that where you're at right now in life is enough and you are good enough for where you're at?
Wow. That's powerful. I love it. Let's see. Linda Cole. She had a few questions. She said, "Hello, new to the channel. Hey, Linda, what's going on, Queen?"
How you doing, Linda?
She said, "How first of all, how do I get started?"
Man, you in the right place. You learning. No, you definitely learning. We got a live. We on YouTube, Instagram live. We got a free webinar tomorrow. So again, so many ways for you to get started. So how much do I need to start with? Yeah, you can start with as little as nothing if you wholesale a mobile home. So, and then where can I find these mobile homes in my area? So I will say, look on Google Maps, type in mobile home parks near me. That's a good way. I don't know what area you're in, but that's a good tool to see kind of where some mobile home parks are in your area. And then I would encourage you to then get out and drive through those parks.
Nice. So this one's for Stacy. Hey, Lynette says, "What's the most charming part of the fast track for you, and how easy is it for you now?"
It's not easy. There's nothing easy about this. It's simple. It's real simple. If you just so first of all, I rewatch on Sundays if I'm not out doing a deal or signing an agreement. When there's downtime and I'm not with my family, I just rewatch everything because I learn something every time. So I just rewatch everything.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Nothing's easy. I mean, I know it appears that I just have the gift of gab and I can just talk to anybody and blah, blah, blah. I can't, but it's simple. It's a very simple system. It's very kindergarten. You don't need to have this massive education. I mean, you just don't. And there's nobody on this call can tell me that you have anything else to make 6, possibly 7 figures without a massive degree. There's nothing. There's nothing out there. There's nothing. There's nothing you can tell me. There's nothing. So I just put my head down. I just put my AirPods in and I just put my head down. I just do it. I just watch and listen and watch and listen and watch and listen. And I stalk a lot of IG pages.
I love it. I love it. You got to get and go.
That's
You
what
got
I
to get and go.
love. And so I think I've seen some more questions, more sim. I think Sharnice went over it. And so just to kind of invite you all, some of you are asking, how you get started, how much to get started. Tomorrow, we actually have a free training where we're going to go over that information. And we go on again, we with you for about an hour. So do us a favor, text webinar to this 312-847-2544. I'll leave that up so you can come on a free training with us. And we're going to talk about, how much to get started.
Talk about different markets and
Yeah.
different areas. I know a lot of you guys like how much does it get started in my area? It's gonna vary, but you'll definitely see some opportunities. So just come join us tomorrow.
Yeah. And I think that the question that I always tell people, like, what I love about this business, if you do it right, it's not much to get started. I think that, the biggest transition for us, we always say if we would have started with wholesaling. Right? Because we did the fix and flip, and it was just amazing that we could buy this low cost asset. Like, wait, hold on, it's only $500. Wait, this is $3,700. Let's buy it, right? And we had no expertise, and we learned. But then, again, once we learned, about wholesaling, we learned the different strategies inside of this industry. It was just like, oh yeah, we got it's a smorgasbord. We got so like, which one do we choose?
Yep.
So no, this was awesome, man. I think I see right now, you see Miss Smith, fire signs, Leslie, clapping hands. And somebody on Facebook said, "Congratulations, Stacy." Stacy, yeah, you lit this one on fire. I like this interview. This was really good.
This was really
Thank
dope.
you guys. Can I just say one more thing?
Oh yeah.
You guys you just don't look at it how much money you need to start. Like, how much are you worth? Invest in yourself. Just invest in yourself. If you think you're worth $1,000, and that's what you think this course is worth. If you think you're worth 10,000, then that's how much this course is worth. If you think you're $1 million, that's how much this course is worth. So don't let dollar signs deter you from investing in yourself.
Oh,
I love it.
You know what, Stacy? On behalf of that, I wasn't even gonna put this up, but you said that I'm gonna go ahead and just do a big favor for a lot of people today. All right. So since you're already going to be texting webinar, text ELITE behind that
Mhm.
to the same number, 312-847-2544. And we're going to give you 75% off our ELITE e-course, which is our how to become a successful mobile home investor. This is a self-paced course. If you want to be able to say, you know what, I want to get in the program with Stacey's in, we want you to watch this. So then that way you get the information, go ahead and try it. And if you need that, we are here for you. You can schedule a call with one of our strategy coaches. So that way we can get you pointed to the right direction. But Stacey, like I said, you just said it. You said it. See how much you worth. So I want somebody to be like, you know what? I think I'm worth this, but I'm about to pay a fraction of the cost because I went ahead and invested in myself today.
I love it.
Oh man, like I said, this was dope, man. Stacey, it was great to get a chance to meet you, get a chance to know you.
Yes, I feel like Nicole talks about you and all the great things you've been doing. So I'm happy that we got a chance to learn a little bit about Stacey and what the fabulous things you've been doing. You definitely lit this on fire. And I really hope, especially the women on here, I really hope that you guys are inspired to just really just get out there and do it. I feel like as women, it's a lot of things that we go through emotionally, but I feel like we always come out on top. So I just love it. And I just want everybody to just get to the bag. Like, let's just get to it.
Yeah. And I see Danielle, I'm going to repeat that number one more time. He said, what is the number again that you're driving? So I'm going to say it again. It is area code 312-847-2544. Area code 312-847-2544 and text ELITE. All right. So you can get the benefit of 75% off the ELITE e-course, which is our self-paced course. Oh man, like this was great. Stacey, thank you so much. I know if you on here, I know you inspired. Can you please show some love in the comments so we can definitely get this queen not only a round of applause, but I mean, when I tell you, yeah, like this one, I always love these interviews because it's getting just to hear what your mindset is, and it shows. You know, you talked about the promises. You talked about, again, purpose over profit. Like you talked about all of these different things that I can tell that has really helped you be successful. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you're about to do next.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys setting the groundwork and going through all the things that you guys did. I mean, honestly, without you guys and, getting beat up and spit in the face and hugged and loved, like, I mean, honestly, like you guys deserve the world.
Thank you so much. We truly appreciate it. But listen, this is the benefit for us, right? This is why we do it, to hear stories like your story, to hear you inspire more people, because like you said, we've been through so much, but like you all keep us continuing to learn this industry and share what we have so we can just continue winning all as a group.
Absolutely.
Economics.
Nice.
Awesome, y'all. Well, listen, y'all, until next week, catch us next week.
Yes, we got another fire episode. We've been going pretty hard too. I think we're gonna do these to the end of the year.
Non-stop.
So catch us next Tuesday. And yes, thank you again, Stacey. Until next time.
Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and share our channel. Stacey, again, thank you so much. You were so phenomenal. All right, y'all. See y'all later. Have a blessed one.
See you. You too. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.